Hello and welcome to the in-depth series section of Drishti IAS. I'm Aisha, and in today's episode we will be discussing about the topic of India Skills Report 2025. So recently the report has been published, and what becomes important for us to know that what do you mean by the term skills? It can be considered as an ability of an individual to efficiently and effectively finish a work in a specified time. Now, this skill can be of different types. Like for example, it can be physical skills and it can be mental skills. Physical skills like electrician, like plumber, or mental skills can be like problem solving or decision making. So, on these lines, in the year 2015, the Government of India launched the Skill India mission, and the aim of the mission was to bridge the gap between the demand and the supply in the market and narrow down this gap, and also to make the youth of India more and more skillful so that they can find jobs for themselves and the employment scenario of the country improves. And on the same lines, on 15th of July, the World Youth Skills Day is also celebrated. So now let us look at the points of discussion. So first we will be looking at the news, then what is the highlight of the report, then what is the employable status in India, sectors for skilling effort, government initiatives for skill development, and in the end prelims MCQ. Topic is of relevance from General Studies paper 3, that is economy, and also skill development. So the news talks about India Skills Report 2025. Kerala ranked among top state for employability in India. So if we talk from the regards of employability, it means that the state which is giving employment, the Indian state which is giving the maximum employment to the people, so that is Kerala as of now. As we move forward, Drishti IAS Mukherjee Nagar classes has now shifted to Noida. So the first offline batch in Noida in English medium is starting from 12th of December and the timing is 6 p.m. So the new address for the location is C171/2 Block A Sector 15 Noida, and the nearest metro station is Noida Sector 15. If you have any query, give us a call at 9311406440. And the link is provided in the description box about the exact location of the Noida center. And also if you want to receive a call from Drishti, then the link is provided in the description box. You can go and fill out the form so that Drishti can get in touch with you. And apart from this, the UPSC Foundation batch is also starting in Lucknow and Delhi, both on 23rd of December. Lucknow batch timing is 11:30 a.m. while Delhi batch timing is 8 a.m. And keeping in mind your 2025 prelims and mains preparation, Drishti IAS has come up with a new program, and that is Sambhav 2025. And Sambhav 2025, few of the key features are: on daily basis you will be getting 10 prelims question, 2 mains answer writing question, also in-depth analysis of previous year questions, complete coverage of general studies and current affairs, and apart from this, the real-time ranking will also what the aspirants will be receiving. Now coming back to the news, so the India Skills Report 2025 has been released, and this report is prepared by CII, that is Confederation of Indian Industries, in collaboration with the VBox and All India Council for Technical Education. So Confederation of Indian Studies in collaboration with the VBox and All India Council for Technical Education, they published this report. And the report talks about that nearly 55% of Indian graduates are expected to be globally employable in the year 2025, while in the year 2024 this percentage was 51.2%, and now it has increased to 55%. It means that the employability status in India is rising. Then India's emerging role in addressing global workforce demand. Now we all know that India is one of the most youngest country. Also India has a very young population. So the global scenario of employment and also about the supply of employment is what India does to the globe on a very high scale. Then few of the report highlights are that the management graduates around 78% has the highest global employability. It means there are different segments like doctors, engineers, management. So the employability scenario is highest with the management around 78%. Then engineering students has 71.5%, MCA students 71%, and science graduates is 58%. So this is the employability status, and highest employability is among the management graduates. And the states, if we talk about, so the states which are giving highest employability are Maharashtra, Karnataka, Delhi are emerging as major hubs for employable talent. So Maharashtra, Karnataka and Delhi. So Maharashtra you can say Pune and Mumbai. Karnataka is Bengaluru, the IT hub. Then you have Delhi NCR. And if we specifically talk about the cities, then they are Pune, Bengaluru and Mumbai. They are leading the way in providing a skilled workforce. Then if we talk about on the gender basis, the male and the female, then employability rate for men is expected to rise to 53.5% in the year 2024-2025, while in the year 2024 the percentage was 51.8. So among the men, the employability seen has increased from 51.8 to 53.5. While in case of female, there is a project of decline. So projected to decline to 47.5% from 50.9%. So in the year 2024, the employability scenario among the female was 50.9%, while it is projected to be dropping to 47.5%. So among the male, the employability scenario has increased, while among the female, the employability scenario has decreased. Then nearly 93% of the students has expressed strong interests in internship. It means that students and people are talking about that more and more number of internships must come in open. Now about the employable states. So Kerala workforce maintains a strong employability rate of 71%. So if we talk about the state-wise scenario, then among the Indian states, it is Kerala which is providing the highest percentage of employment, and that is 71%. And first position is Maharashtra, second Delhi, third Karnataka, fourth Andhra Pradesh, and fifth is Kerala. Then Kerala also joins the ranks of Tamil Nadu, Maharashtra and Uttar Pradesh as the top state favored for employment in India. Then state is specifically preferred by the female job aspirants. Now this is one of the points that can be focused on, that if we talk about the female aspirants and the females are preferring to work in the state of Kerala. Then overall employability in India continued to grow with 54.81% of the or among the youth, 54.81%. Then experienced professionals aged 26 to 29 in Kerala ranked the highest with an employability rate of 68.82. So among the youth, the state which is giving the highest employment is Kerala. And the one of the points is that you can focus on that the females are willing to work in the state of Kerala. Then the sectors for skilling efforts. So what are the upcoming sectors in which skilled workforce and skilled employment and more number of jobs will come? So that is renewable energy and green technologies, because the target of 500 gigawatt capacity is by 2030. It means that this is an upcoming sector, so more and more number of jobs will be created. Then artificial intelligence and machine learning. So India's AI market is projected to reach USD 7.8 billion by the year 2025. Then Internet of Things and smart cities, it is set to reach US dollar 9.28 billion by the year 2025. Then electric vehicles and sustainable mobility. So the ambitious goal of 30% electric vehicles by the year 2030. Then biotechnology and pharmaceutical sciences, it is projected to reach USD 150 billion by the year 2025. So you can say that because these targets are these sectors are targeting high targets, so the number of jobs will also increase in the coming times. Then cyber security and quantum computing are also the upcoming fields. Now, government initiatives for skill development, what the government has done till now for skill development. So that is Skill India Mission, launched in the year 2015 to provide more skill to the youth so that they can find jobs for themselves, to enhance the skills of the Indian workforce. Then Pradhan Mantri Kaushal Vikas Yojana, it talks about the recognition and standardization of skills. So basically it is about making the other person skilled enough so that they are able to, or they have the capacity and the capability to work. Then Sankalp scheme, it talks about the loan assistance from the World Bank and aims to improve short-term skill training. Then comes the Tejas Skilling Project. It talks about Skill India International Project to train overseas Indians. It is for. Then Model Skill Loan Scheme. In this, loan will be provided in a much easier way. Now, next comes the prelims MCQ. And like always, you people will give me the answer in the comment section, and it is a PYQ of the year 2018. It talks about, with reference to the Pradhan Mantri Kaushal Vikas Yojana, consider the following statements. There are 3 statements. First, it is the flagship scheme of Ministry of Labour and Employment. Second, it among other things will also impart training in soft skills, entrepreneurship and financial and digital literacy. Third, it aims to align the competencies of the unregulated workforce of the country to the National Skill Qualification Framework. Then, which of the statements given are correct? 1 and 3 only, 2 only, 2 and 3 only, or 1, 2 and 3? So, give me the answer in the comment section. And that's all for today. Thank you so much for watching. Till we meet next time, keep reading, keep writing, and keep subscribing to the channel. Thank you.
For more informative content, like, share and subscribe, and do not forget to press the bell icon to get the notifications.